Following a pulsating opening round, the stage is set for round 2 of the FA Cup. 40 clubs know they're just one win away from an opportunity to rub shoulders with the elite of English football. Stay tuned for the best of the second round action. Here's what's coming up. The tie of the round saw MK Dons host Phoenix Club AFC Wimbledon in an emotional encounter. Leyton Orient visited Alfreton Town hoping to avoid a potential banana skid. Harrogate Town faced Hastings United at Wetherby Road in a hard-fought encounter. And Bramall Lane saw Danny Wilson's Sheffield United face an in-form Port Vale side. No FA Cup fixture has stirred so much emotion. The MK Dons, a club formed when Wimbledon Football Club were removed from South London by its owners, meet a club created by their outraged fans, AFC Wimbledon. The old Dons possess perhaps the greatest cup story, beating Liverpool and winning the 1988 final. Today's fixture is bound to be bittersweet for both sets of supporters. Gary Taphouse is your commentator.
Williams. Forward by Potter. This is Chadwick. Nicely rolled into Balanta. Well, that's a good chance for the Colombian, Angelo Balanta. Chadwick inevitably involved, and he just didn't get the curl he was looking for there. Williams. Gleeson. Oh, fantastic goal! Right on half-time. Stephen Gleeson with an outstanding strike. Well, there looked to be little danger here, but he wasn't closed down very quickly, and what a shot that is. Look at the way this curls away from Sullivan. Williams. Well, he's come, Sullivan, and Bodic has failed to hit the target. Good chance this for 2-0. Sullivan didn't get much on that, and Bodic fired wide. Long, back to Asano. Now Midson. This is Toby Ajala. And Midson again! Well, would you believe it? It's the equaliser. Just before the hour mark, Midson starts it here. Toby Ajala forward for virtually the first time in the game, and it's a brilliant header for Midson's 6th of the season. Right in front of the AFC fans. Gleeson, back to William, and now a chance here for Gregory! Oh! Well, MK were waiting to see if there was a foul here, but the referee said play on, and Stephen Gregory produces a brilliant save from David Martin. But in the 89th minute, he could have won it. Bodic with the corner in stoppage time. Lewington goes in. This is Ismail. Oh, it's in! Astonishing! Otsemabor! Look at these wild scenes of celebration. Well, this is heartbreaking for AFC Wimbledon. They thought they'd clear the danger there. Ismail found Otsemabor, and look at this for a cheeky flick. How intentional this was, I don't know. But he managed to loft it over Neil Sullivan, and MK have snatched it in stoppage time. Heartbreaking for AFC.
Crewe welcome back former striker Calvin Zola to Gresty Road as League Two side Burton Albion were the visitors, and as is so often the case, it was the returning Zola who scored the game's decisive goal with just 5 minutes on the clock. Crewe of League One came close to avoiding the upset on numerous occasions, first via Albion defender Damien McCrory as he turned the ball onto his own crossbar under pressure from Matthias Pogba. Then, after Pogba had hit a post himself, Ryan Colclough was denied a first goal of the season as he saw his header bounce back off the crossbar, but Albion held on for the win. Luton met Dorchester Town 4 days after both sides drew 2-2 in the FA Trophy. It was Luton's turn to do the entertaining, and the Hatters took advantage. Andre Gray evading 2 challenges and firing home. Gray's 6th goal in all competitions. This was one of only 2 all non-league clashes, and it was the Conference Premier side who doubled their lead on 68 minutes. Alex Lawless's shot too good for Jason Matthews. But Dorchester kept their dreams alive 3 minutes later when a seemingly innocuous corner was turned in by Aaron Pugh. It wasn't enough as Luton became the first non-league side to be sure of a third-round place. 2-1 the final score. Aldershot find themselves second bottom of League Two, so when they travelled north to take on rivals Fleetwood, who are 7th, it looked unlikely that they would reach the third round for the first time in 6 seasons. And it looked even less likely when Junior Brown put Fleetwood ahead after 11 minutes, Brown netting for the 8th time this season. But a determined shot side levelled within 10 minutes. Danny Hilton found a way past Scott Davis in the host goal after some sloppy Fleetwood defending. There was nothing sloppy about the visitors' second goal, though. Peter Vincenti scoring a contender for goal of the round from fully 30 yards to make it 2-1. Struggling in the league they might be, but Dean Holdsworth's side were flying at the Highbury Stadium. Hilton grabbing his second to make it 3-1 with 15 minutes to play. But Fleetwood ensured a nervy final couple of minutes. David Ball poking home following a mistake from goalkeeper Jamie Young. Aldershot held on, and a third straight defeat for Fleetwood was enough to earn manager Mickey Mellon the sack at the full-time whistle, having been in charge since January 2009. It was an all non-league affair at a sunny Wetherby Road. Host Harrogate were looking for an early Christmas present. They have never before been as far as the third round. Standing in their way, Hastings, the lowest ranked team left in the competition. Ben Andrews is your commentator.
Clearance up towards Chilaka, and Beasley sliding in. Whistle's gone, it's not going to count. He rolls it into the empty net, but the challenge on Matt Armstrong Ford has brought a free kick for Hastings here, and the keeper is still down. Did he have control of the ball? Sure that he did. Beasley might have a case. Atwood has it pinched off him. That's a wonderful ball from Merris. It's Beasley. Oh, it's a heavy touch. And Armstrong Ford is there again. It's the same 2. Another 50-50. The big keeper's in the walls here. He had to be brave again so soon after the last clattering he got. But what a chance for the top scorer. That was the touch that killed him. Carey. Neatly done. Atwood. Akoji! Hastings' best move of the game. Akoji has fired it wide. First moment of promise from the visitors. Merris with the deep corner. To bounce. Alan White hooking it back. It's in. Tom Platt, the teenager, with the biggest goal of his career. It's a first half lead for Harrogate Town here. Credit to the veteran skipper for hooking it back. And there is Platt. It's 1-0. Whitehead. Decent ball into Goldberg, even better touch. On the shot wasn't bad either. Off the post, Krellin equalises. Hastings a level right in front of their jubilant fans. It's Jamie Krellin. Brilliant though from Bradley Goldberg in the build-up. Right place, right time. 1-1. On the counter, Harrogate straight back at it. And this is Beasley and Chilaka. Just wouldn't drop for him. The ball can hardly stand at the moment, but he still made the save from Beasley there. Goldberg again. Well, the clearance isn't a good one. This is Ellis, the substitute. Great chance! Zach Atwood's missed it. The goal was gaping. He scored the come-from-behind winner in the last round, and he should have done it again here. just didn't get any meat behind it. Good cross from Clayton, that's Chilaka off the post. We've nearly had a winner at both ends in a matter of minutes here. This is Elam. And eventually it's cleared. Chilaka so close to being the winner again. Merris. Almost done. Is there time for one more chance? There might be. Killick's up! And a little touch from Armstrong Ford. It was enough to keep it level.
Rotherham met Keith Curle's Notts County at the New York Stadium, and it was the visitors who took the lead in the 32nd minute. Alan Sheehan's deep cross from the left seemed toothless enough, but Frenchman Johan Arcand steered a beautifully timed volley into the bottom corner. The Magpies' lead only lasted 10 minutes, however. Good play from Daniel Nardiello and Michael O'Connor provided Ben Pringle, who was lively throughout, with an opportunity to level. He duly did. 1-1 it finished, and the sides will meet again at Meadow Lane. Gig Lane was the venue as League One strugglers Bury entertained a Southend side unbeaten in 6. It was the Shakers that took the lead against their League Two opponents. Ryan Cresswell, the guilty man, as he upended Troy Hewitt in the penalty area just past the half-hour mark. That gave on-loan Wolves striker Matt Doherty the chance to open his account for Bury, an opportunity he duly took. But that lead only lasted 10 minutes as the informed Gavin Tomlin netted his 6th goal in just 4 games with this superb solo effort. In a thrilling encounter, it was Paul Sturrock Shrimpers who looked the more likely to progress to round 3. Bury was saved twice by the woodwork, former Swindon duo Michael Timlin and Barry Corr hitting a post each as they searched for the winner. But it finished 1-1. Lincoln manager David Holdsworth said that discipline would be key if his side were to progress at the expense of Mansfield. Pity then that Andrew Boyce had none, as his sloppy back pass allowed Matt Green to put the Stags ahead. However, the Imps came back strongly. Alan Power smashing home this free kick to restore parity on the stroke of half-time. Before going in front just after the restart, Mansfield failed to deal with Dan Gray's long throw, leaving Jamie Taylor to pounce from close range. 5 minutes later, Mansfield, who sit 5 places but only 3 points higher than Lincoln in the Conference National, were back on terms. Louis Briscoe's 20-yarder making it 2-2. Lincoln, who were aiming to reach the 3rd round of the FA Cup for only the 2nd time in 14 years, then went ahead again, when Power followed up after Taylor's shot was only parried by Shane Redmond. But deep into stoppage time, Paul Cox's men, who hadn't reached the 3rd round since 2008, made sure their name was still in the hat by earning a replay thanks to Matt Reed's header, his 4th of the season, earning the visitors a 3-3 draw. It was a League Two affair in Lancashire as 15th place Accrington Stanley entertained 18th place Oxford United. It was the away side who started the brighter. John Paul Pittman's 2nd goal of the season, giving Chris Wilder's side the lead. But the U's haven't kept a clean sheet in over 270 minutes of league football and predictably didn't hear Craig Linfield drawing Stanley level after James Beattie's miscue. Former Everton frontman Beattie has been in fine form since joining Accrington, and he showed his class as he put the hosts ahead with just 10 minutes remaining with this stunning effort. But that goal sparked a frantic finale at the Crown Ground. First, James Constable, building on his goal against Northampton last week, made it 2-2 on 86 minutes. And then Accrington thought they'd won it when Lee Molyneux curled home a superb free kick on 90 minutes to send the home fans into raptures. But the drama wasn't over yet. Just as it appeared Oxford were crashing out of the cup, Michael Raines struck in the 4th minute of injury time to ensure the teams would meet again. 3-3 the final score. Bradford City faced League One's form side Brentford at the Coral Windows Stadium, and it was the Londoners who opened the scoring. Clayton Donaldson continued his fine form, claiming his 11th of the season against his hometown club. James Hansen levelled for the Bantams with 20 minutes remaining. The Bees' defence paid the price after failing to clear James Meredith's cross. Hansen got up just in time, leaving Richard Lee with no chance. The League Two side came the closest to causing a shock, City's top scorer Nahki Wells seeing his effort hit the post, but 1-1 the final score. Next to Bramall Lane as Sheffield United entertain Port Vale. More accustomed to the latter stages of this competition, United find themselves in the early rounds after relegation in 2011, when today's Vale boss Mickey Adams was in charge. This tie promises much. The visitors are the League Two top scorers and have just enjoyed an unbeaten November. Kevin Keating's called this one.
Well, so far, defences have been on top in this second round FA Cup tie. Here's Pope. Releasing Williamson, chance here, good save by Long. That's the best chance of the game so far. Tom Pope setting up Ben Williamson, but the teenage goalkeeper out very quickly. The 19-year-old keeps it at 0-0. There's Maguire. Oh, it's an awful touch from Harry Maguire. Puts his side on the back foot here. Williamson looking for a route to goal. It's Pope, goal for Port Vale. It had to be him. 21st goal of the season for Tom Pope. Horrible defending by Harry Maguire. Why is he passing across his own back line? And duly punished. Williamson was looking for the route to goal initially here. And when it fell for Pope, there was only one result. Here's Blackman. Been a good start to the second half from Sheffield United, moving the ball around a lot quicker. This is Doyle. And the header from Miller! Brilliant save from Neil. Outstanding stop from the Port Vale goalkeeper to deny Sean Miller. He looked a certain scorer here from his captain Doyle's cross. Somehow Neil kept it out. It's a terrific run. And Miller! What a miss from Sean Miller. He can't believe that he's headed this down and over. Westlake. Still Sheffield United pile forward. And the header is in! And what a way to atone for a bad miss. It's Sean Miller. Lots of pace on the ball forward. And Miller used it to great effect. Deep into stoppage time. Sheffield United feeling they might have a winner in them yet. Desperate for Port Vale, they need the whistle. Oh, great save from Neil. And Miller's in there. And Danny Wilson, Sheffield United are on the way to round 3. There's the save from Neil. And Miller couldn't miss that one.
Preston North End eased past League Two leaders Gillingham in the first FA Cup meeting between the two teams. The Lilywhites took the lead when Jeffrey Monacana's deflected shots found the back of the net after the Gills' defence failed to clear a free kick. And the lead was doubled when Stuart Bevan side-footed home after a poor back pass by visiting defender Callum Davis. Preston advanced to the third round. League One leaders Tranmere were looking to make it through to round 3 for the first time in 3 years, but visitors Chesterfield threatened to ruin the party when Liam Cooper scored on 31 minutes. Ronnie Moore's side responded though. Cole Stockton, who scored against Braintree in round 1, notched his 5th goal of the season to draw the game level just before half-time. And the hosts booked their spot in round 3 when Michael O'Halloran squared for Adam McGurk, and a striker collected his 2nd goal of the season as it finished 2-1, Tranmere's first win since beating Braintree in the first round. It was an all-League Two clash at Brunton Park between Carlisle and Bournemouth. The game's first opportunity fell to the home side. Matthew Robson saw his shot saved by Schwan Jala. But it was the Cherries who took the early initiative. Wes Fogden's shot from the edge of the box seemed to be turned in by Tommy Elphick. Fogden, however, claimed the goal. Ewan O'Kane scored a second for the visitors after 36 minutes, and the Cherries looked safe to extend their 10-match unbeaten run. But United weren't finished. And Mark Beck pulled one back, heading in at the far post with 18 minutes still to play. Mark Pugh celebrated signing a new contract by sealing the win for the South Coast side. He claimed a couple in their earlier league fixture, a happy hunting ground for him and his team. The Cherries through 3-1 the final score. So here's a quick recap of the second round results. The tie between Barrow and Macclesfield was postponed due to a frozen pitch. Burton Albion advance after an excellent result at Crewe. Aldershot inflicted a damaging home defeat on league counterparts Fleetwood Town, and MK Dons are through after a pulsating win over AFC Wimbledon. It's been a wonderful second round. The stage is now set for the aristocrats of the game to enter the competition. We'll see you in the new year. Bye for now.